Simulation Football League 2020. We got number 4 Florida at number 3 Texas Tech. I think this is going to be a great game.
This is Jake.
Joining me in the booth today, I got Big Papa and the Bird.
Big
How are y'all
Bird.
doing today, guys?
Big Bird in the house. Ready to commentate this game with y'all. What you think about it? Tell me about it, Nick. Tell me something.
Honestly, seeing how both of these teams played last week, with Florida getting upset by number 8 Mississippi State, and then Texas Tech upsetting Ole Miss, I think this is going to be a great game today. What do you think, Papa?
Oh, I completely agree with you. But with Florida being upset last week by Mississippi State, I promise you, the quarterback, Jordan Wallace, is out for vengeance against this Texas Tech team.
Okay, so Big Papa, who you got picked to win?
Oh, I've got to go with Florida. Their defense is just so much stronger than Texas Tech's offense, and I don't think that they're going to be able to stand a chance.
I'm going to pick Texas Tech here just because they're ranked higher. I've seen their offense last week, and I really know what they can do. What do you think, Nick?
Honestly, I think this is going to be just a battle of the offensive. I think this game could go either way, with Jordan Wallace being a spectacular quarterback and also Max Burdine being a fantastic quarterback. I think it's whoever offense pops off the most today.
It appears that the Florida Gators will take the ball first, so we're about to get to see Jordan Wallace.
So who was that pick, Drew, that you didn't pick?
Honestly, with it being a battle of the offenses, I think just by last week, I think it's going to have to go Florida's way. Because Jordan Wallace put up so much more yardage and just completion percentage last week against Mississippi State, and Max Burdine wasn't able to do that against Ole Miss.
All right, well, Florida starting it out really good here.
All right, that's going to bring up a first down. Wallace is back, deep in the backfield in shotgun. He hands it off to his halfback, who fights. Oh, and he is absolutely creamed.
That is Mickey Kier rejected from the first down there.
Mickey Kier just being a fantastic spot-on player last week. I expect him to come out and do the same thing.
Absolutely. What do you think kept him last week from the win? Do you think it was the surprise from the air raid from Mississippi State or what?
I think that's exactly what it was. This Florida defense was not prepared to stop all the passing yards that Mississippi State put up. But maybe, after seeing it, maybe the rest of the league will be prepared for it.
Well, we'll see here. They're getting some nice yardage gains. Texas Tech not being able to stop them here.
I'm ready to see what Florida will do. You know, getting surprised by that air raid offense last week, I'm ready to see what they would do with a spread-like, Alabama-like offense from Texas Tech this week.
We'll get to see it here. That's Jordan Wallace on the keep. He gets 12 yards.
And they're already at the 25-yard line. This is looking great so far.
Absolutely. Hadn't been stopped short not one time. He'll hand it off to Mickey Kier. He'll shoot up the center. He'll get the first down, fights for more, and then gets tackled.
About the 10.5-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely. And they had to gang tackle him there. About 3 people piled up on him because that one just wasn't enough.
Mickey Kier already accumulating 37 yards this game, and it just started.
A minute and 5 seconds into the game, and Mickey Kier blowing up. Formation here.
I'm telling you, this Florida offense is just so much more. Oh, well, they get a stop right there. I was going to say they're so much more intelligent with the plays and how to move the ball this week than they were last week.
Absolutely. You got to think they spent a lot of time reviewing film and not letting that happen again.
Oh, absolutely. When you get upset by a team like Mississippi State, you go back into the locker room and you do everything you can to make sure that that never happens again.
And Florida was stopped there about the half-yard line, right on the goal line. I expect them to just run this ball straight into the goal line here and get this first down starting off this game. But no, they will be stopped by this Texas Tech defense.
And that's Felix Morphus on the tackle.
Yeah, Damon Pierce, he was also stopped short in the last play too, but it's just second and goal. So let's see what Jordan Wallace will do. Oh, and he's in, but there is a flag on the play. Let's see what it is. It's going to be
offsides on the defense. Florida will decline that penalty and accept that touchdown.
Florida
is
7,
good.
Texas Tech 0. Jordan Wallace come to play today.
Oh, absolutely. Again, after you lose to an underdog like Mississippi State, you really want to make sure that you put the power and anger towards whoever you play next.
Absolutely, and he's got his helmet locked down tight, ready for this one.
I'm ready to see Max Burdine got out here and get this explosive Texas Tech offensive going today.
We'll see if Texas Tech can loosen his cap a little bit.
Texas Tech already starting off with a fantastic run by Raymond Schroeder there, 13 yards. And he also was, again, a carrier for this Texas Tech offense last week.
Absolutely. The player of the game, I think. Absolute destroyer of defenses. He'll hand it off again to Raymond Schroeder. He'll get 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 on the play.
Max Burdine is in shotgun formation. Takes the snap, he drops back, scanning the field, he throws out to his wide receiver, and it is caught for a 3-yard gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Bird, 3rd and 4, what would you do right here?
I'll tell you exactly what I'd do. I'd hand it to Raymond Schroeder, and I'd send him right up the middle. They won't do it here. They'll throw out a really good pass. He breaks tackle.
2 tackles. He's down to the 30, the 25, the 20.
And if you didn't see there, he broke another tackle, but he was just tripped up. He might have been gone if he got loose. That's Eric Azukanma.
I absolutely thought he was going after he broke that first tackle, Bird.
Yep, and Max Burdine outstanding today, 2 for 2 already. I expect to see much more.
I do as well. This Texas Tech offense is just so explosive.
Absolutely. Battle of the QBs today.
3 out wide here for Texas Tech.
Hands off.
And that's just Raymond Schroeder
he's
there.
Pushing. He gets about 4 yards on the carry.
Excellent fighter there, and like I like to call him, the shredder of defense is Raymond Schroeder.
Well, the shredder was slow to get up right there, so let's see if he got a little knocked up on the play.
I doubt it. Raymond Schroeder, one of the best players in the league. Alongside Max Burdine, he breaks one
breaks
tackle.
A tackle, and he is brought down by 2 Florida defenders.
I'd say a lucky tackle there by Jalen Humphreys. With an excellent quarterback like Max Burdine, it's hard, so they should definitely be happy about that sack.
Well, that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Let's see what Burdine and this Texas Tech offense can do. Florida stacked in what was a 4-3. Had to shift down a linebacker. Oh, Burdine sacked again. Back-to-back plays.
Thrown back there, it's just like he's a little shaken right now.
Well, Lamar Goods came through, was double-teamed, and still ended up making the play.
Honestly, though, I don't think this is a huge setback. Both of those offenses just moved down the field so quickly there on both drives that I don't think it's going to be a problem for Texas Tech to get this ball back and move down the field again.
Oh, absolutely not. With Florida being so content right now with how they played last week, they didn't play awful last week. They lost by 1 to Mississippi State, but they had some really key.
One minute and 4 seconds left in the first quarter. I just witnessed Jordan Wallace and Drew Gant making out in the booth.
Don't really know who Drew Gant is or Jordan Wallace. Only people here in the booth today is you, Bird, Big Papa, and myself, and I don't see any of that happening today.
Wallace throws the ball across. Oh, his running back.
Over center there to just Mickey Keir. Perfectly placed pass, perfect catch, and just great yardage.
One of the best players for this Florida offense. Can't ask for much better. And if you didn't see on that last play, getting really close there. They're cutting it close. Jordan Wallace is to getting sacked, but he's getting the ball off in time. You see they're cutting it close again.
And he throws an interception.
Intercepted by Texas Tech, and I think this is going to be ran all the way back, Bird.
And he's tackled
Jordan
out about
Wallace tackles him at the 5-yard line.
What a mistake there by Florida. You cannot do this.
Oh, absolutely not. The receiver and quarterback just weren't on the same page. You could see it right there. The receiver had already turned around and was heading back towards the end zone. And that cornerback just read the play, read the eyes of the quarterback, ran up, made the play, and he was heading to the house. He was thinking 6 as soon as he caught that ball.
Absolutely, and lucky to not have it there. We'll see if they can turn it into it.
DeMarcus Fields on that interception, he is just a deadly cornerback.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. One of the best in the league right now.
Potential first rounder.
I wouldn't doubt it. Absolutely not.
25 seconds left in the first quarter. Hand it off to Raymond Schroeder here, and he'll get the touchdown.
And they capitalize on the interception.
That's got to hurt Florida again. Kind of remind them of that Mississippi State game. That's something they should have been practicing all week to not happen again.
Absolutely, Bird. I completely agree. No excuses for an interception this early in the game.
Jordan Wallace just not showing up once again. We'll see if he can turn it around.
And Birds, you have to think, with last week, Jordan Wallace being depressed, and maybe that affected their game against Mississippi State. Do you think he is over that here with this Texas Tech game, or do you think that still may affect him?
I think he's slightly over it. He's coming around. It could be affecting his game, but I think it's something new here. I think maybe contemplating suicide or whatever. I'm not sure.
What the heck?
If y'all wasn't here for our last week game with Florida Mississippi State, we had a special question if Jordan Wallace was depressed to win $5,000. And the first person to answer that correctly was Sam Burdine. Thank you. We will be getting you your $5,000.
He'll fake the handoff here. Jordan Wallace will keep it, get the first down, get a couple nice blocks, and turns completely sideways to get smacked. That'll end the first quarter. Florida
he
7.
had 10, 15 extra yards he could have gone. I don't know what he was thinking turning back.
Florida
to
7,
sideways.
Texas Tech 10.
He just chose to run sideways there, but he did get the first down. 2 rushes for a total of 20 yards. I don't know what that was, but
he drops back.
He got it done.
Holding it for a really long time. He'll keep it again this time. Get some nice yardage and then tackled by 2.
Jordan Wallace says he's going to take this game into his own hands and get this job done. Either that or he may be trying to get those defenders to kill him.
Great pass there to Kadarius Toney on the reception. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. Gotta really be eyeing more yardage than that. With 2-yard gains back to back.
Oh yeah, you have to be looking at the yellow line on this specific play. You have to get back in this game. There's the pass, and it is very, very far overthrown. It's going to bring up 4th and 6.
I feel that may be nerves from Jordan Wallace. Throwing an interception so early into this game, he may be scared to throw it long again.
Maybe trying to keep it away from the defenders, and that's just something you can't happen. They'll punt it away here back to Texas Tech.
I'll tell you, if you're Florida, it's a huge hit. But if you're Florida right now, you have to make a stop. Going into halftime, there's just 4 minutes left. You cannot be down 2 scores.
Absolutely, and this is great position for Florida to make a stop or have a turnover here on this 15-yard line.
Max Burdine throws deep, and it is incomplete.
He
that
threw that
ball was zipping. It rolled all the way to the 10-yard line.
Max Burdine just showing that immense strength there, the power he can put behind the ball.
Absolutely, probably one of the strongest men in the league.
That may have just been a terror tactic to the Florida defense.
Absolutely, and if you look at him in real life, absolutely one of the biggest men and strongest men to probably have ever been in this league or in real life.
Absolutely. Have you seen Max Burdine in person? Literally what I would think of as a Viking. Just strong, brute strength.
And beautiful.
Honestly, you say Viking, I say more Bigfoot, honestly. Because as that man stands up, it's like he never quits standing. It's honestly insane. And his receiver now just running straight sideways into the defender.
That's Eric Azuknama. He gets a 26-yard reception there.
He was a big playmaker last week as well.
Absolutely. And he's ripping through this Florida defense here. He'll fake the handoff. Drops back.
Has all the time in the world. He decides to pull it, and he is clobbered.
Clotheslined.
It looks like he was trying to slide there, and he just slid a little too late.
Absolutely.
That'll be 2nd and 6 on about the 46-yard line.
Burdine takes a snap. He throws it.
That's Emmett Hereford on the catch.
Hereford was a little slow to get up right there. You think
Absolutely, you see him folded there, look like kind of like a lawn chair, and just breaks down to the floor. Tasting a little turf there as he gets up.
It'll be 3rd and 3. Let's see what this Texas Tech offense can do on the 3rd down.
If you're Florida, you have to get a stop right here. You have to get them to punt the ball, and they don't do it. Texas Tech gets the 1st down.
Azukama again on the reception. This is his 3rd reception of the game for 74 yards, averaging 24.7 yards a reception. I expect them to target him a lot more this game.
Oh, absolutely. Florida's defense is just showing no signs
Max
of
Burdine
recovering.
just holding the ball and taking it by himself. We'll get the 1st down. We'll break a tackle, but we'll eventually get tripped up and taken down after a 16-yard rush by the quarterback. That's just impressive.
Absolutely, bringing it all the way down to the 25-yard line. I expect them to get another score here, bringing it up to 17-7.
You need to be really careful if you're Burdine right there on that run. Easy to hit your head on the ground right there, and then guess what? Concussion, you're done.
And as tall as he is, that is a long way to fall.
But you got to think of his immense strength being so much stronger and faster and pretty much better at everything that he does. I just can't see that happening.
Travis Kuntz, 1st reception of the game for 11 yards.
They call him Cooter.
Bird, how you know that, I don't know. And I really don't want to ask to how you know that and found out.
Well, look, Burdine, I should say, is 8 for 9 in the game.
Absolutely stunning quarterback.
And he's 8 for 9, and that one that he didn't complete was just a terror throw to terrorize the defense down the field to show them how far he can throw that ball.
Dalton Rigdon on the reception there, bring up 3rd and 6. They're going to have to do something here to get it into the end zone. Don't want to have to kick another field goal.
Oh, yeah, Florida's defense is really cracking down on them. Let's see if they can make a stop.
And
it's going to bring up 4th and 1. Let's see what's going to happen with this Texas Tech offense. They've been really dynamic. Oh, but it looks like they will bring the kicking team onto the field.
And I agree with that. I think you got to get points and just increase that lead that you got.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with them getting the ball back after halftime. If they can just run the clock down to about a minute, kick the field goal, and then give Florida just 58 seconds to score.
They're running the timeout here. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. I imagine they'll hike the ball at 2 seconds.
Oh, definitely. And on the sideline for Florida, Jordan Wallace has got to get it in his head that they have got to score a touchdown.
Red Raiders up once again, 13-7. Not looking too good for Florida. Interceptions once again. The story of interceptions. Texas Tech with that one interception, only allowing 109 yards, 6 average.
But still 109 yards. Florida is moving this ball.
Absolutely, but you got to think they're a really good team.
Nobody in the backfield. It's going to be a pass. He
It's a
throws
nice
it to
one
the
there.
only receiver that is 100% covered.
Poppy, you're looking kind of nervous here in the booth today. Are you all right?
I just have a little bit of money on this game. Really needing Wallace to perform a little bit better than he has been. And 5 of 8 for 53 yards and an interception is not what I had in mind.
And you know, honestly, guys, I don't even know why Max Burdine is on the field today. He does have a pregnant wife at home.
Speaking of Max Burdine, we talked about how awesomely built and strong that quarterback was. You have the complete opposite with Jordan Wallace right here. He does not have a strong arm. He's not quick. His vision is not very well, as you saw with that interception earlier.
And his weight is a little bit heavy to be a quarterback, you'd think. Being right at 340 pounds, he wears quite a bit of gear to keep that tucked in while he's back there at quarterback. But if he lands on you, that one hurts.
Oh, absolutely. His size should put him at tight end.
At
Florida
3.
just doesn't have anyone else. And that's another interception.
A stretch there for the Texas Tech defense.
Now, that was a good play by Texas Tech's cornerback, but the ball should have never been thrown. That's another thing that I said about Jordan Wallace with his vision. He cannot quite scan the field as well as Max Burdine can.
You have to think, after that second interception, just in this first half, Wallace has to be shook back there now.
Oh, absolutely. But with 34 seconds left in the half, it's safe to say that Texas Tech's going to run this clock out and then go into halftime, and then Florida's coach, Dan Mullen, can really just talk to Wallace, get him settled back in for this second half.
Well, Texas Tech calling the timeout there. It looks like Texas Tech is going to try to drive down the field and get some more points on the board before they get this ball back after half.
Gets it up to about the 44-yard line, 43 and a half.
15 seconds left in the half.
Max
Burdine
Burdine
takes the snap, drops back. He passes, complete across the 50.
And I expect
the
them to call their
40
last
about
timeout
the
here.
36-yard line.
And they are not calling their timeout here. I don't know why they.
Oh, you have to spike the ball right here to stop the clock and save that timeout. Oh, but they don't. They take the snap, and he is... Oh, that is...
in the end zone for a touchdown. Texas Tech 19 to Florida 7 with 4 seconds left in this half. Max Burdine is just annihilating this Florida defense right now.
Absolutely, and you got to bring that back to the coach with excellent play calling, wide open receivers, busted coverage. That's a really good coaching on Texas Tech's part and really bad defensive coaching on Florida's part.
Absolutely, Bird. Couldn't have said it better myself.
That'll put it 27.
With them only having, 45 seconds there left in that half, that drive only took a total of 35 seconds.
Yeah, outstanding drive there. They'll just bring it out. I don't know if that was the smartest of ideas, but they're just trying to get into halftime and get something else coming out the other side.
If you think about it, Texas Tech has capitalized on both interceptions thrown by Jordan Wallace today with a touchdown each drive.
And now the Nissan halftime report. Texas Tech putting up a good number of points against this Florida defense. And Florida just not being able to put up much of any. They scored a touchdown right out of the gates, but then they haven't been able to move that ball again. Jordan Wallace with 2 interceptions. Max Burdine with great passing yards this first half. I'm excited to see what's left.
Oh, absolutely. Florida Gators coming out looking really strong on their opening drive, but just haven't been able to get anything clicking since then. Texas Tech, on the other hand, has completely taken all that energy. You can see it right there with over 2 minutes of time of possession advantage in Texas Tech's favor.
And you got to know that's just going to be those turnovers is what that time of possession is caused by. With Florida having 2 interceptions thrown and only 74 passing yards, this is just, I expect to see them become better after the halftime. And now we're kicking off the third quarter. Texas Tech back to receive. He's just going to kneel it in the end zone, and they will start out this third quarter drive.
And let's see if Dan Mullen coached his guys up any in the locker room. Let's see how this Florida Gators defense stacks up. Looks like they went to the 3-4 defensive setup.
Raymond Schroeder is just hit and made the cut a backflip. And
Absolutely
I don't
spun
know.
there by Donovan Stenner.
That hurt. Florida's defense came out with a vengeance.
They absolutely need to get him to the sideline and give him a concussion protocol test.
Max Burdine back to take the snap here.
Man in motion. Burdine takes a snap, drops back to pass, hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. With that incompletion, he is 14 of 16 with 179 passing yards.
Bringing up 3rd and 8 here. Try to get the completion. Florida's defense looking a bit better here after the half. See if they can stop this one. He gets it out to his receiver, and he does get the first down. Bad news for Florida. Raymond Schroeder once again.
Well, it's good to see Schroeder okay after that big hit.
Papa, what do you think Florida needs to do here after halftime to get back into this football game?
Well, you've got to make a stop just like that. But you have to do it on a big third down play. Make them punt, get the ball, drive down the field, and get back in this ball game.
If you're Jordan Wallace, how do you get out of that slump of throwing those 2 interceptions? How do you get that out of your head?
Well, you just got to be confident in what you can do. If you're constantly thinking about the past and both interceptions you've thrown, it's just going to lead to more. If he gets out of his head and he's just positive and he makes good reads and good scans, then he will be completely fine for the rest of this ball game.
Raymond Schroeder carrying this game on his back alongside Max Burdine. If you're Florida, you really got to make a change here, like you were saying, and stop those turnovers from happening. Dalton Rigdon catches the ball there, but loses a yard, and that's one of those stops you were talking about.
Oh, absolutely. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. And it's looking real good for Florida to get a chance at getting this ball with decent field position.
What do you do as this Florida offense is going to take the field? Do you try to switch it up and run the ball more, or do you stick to the passing and just hope that Jordan Wallace has found more confidence in himself?
I think you got to give it to Mickey Kier. We haven't seen him very much except for the first quarter, and I think that's really what they're lacking. I think you got to give it to him, kind of drop the pass down a little bit, try to stop these turnovers from happening.
Absolutely, I agree completely with you. It does look like they will pass the ball on first down. He passes, completed for about 8 yards.
Enoch McLaren, that is one of their prize receivers, and he definitely showed up last week, but that is his first reception of the game today.
2nd and 2 now, I formation.
Man in motion. Wallace takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Kier, passes over the middle.
Mickey Kier's hit hard. 2 minutes, 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Does give him a first down, though, right about the 49-yard line. Jordan Wallace will hand it off here. Mickey Kier fights for a few yards. Bring up 2nd and 6.
This Florida offense is looking a lot better after halftime, being able to move down the field. They're at about the 47-yard line. Let's see if they can do here 2nd and 6.
They'll fake the handoff to Mickey Kier.
Wallace with the scramble. Gets to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and dives for some extra yards there. Really getting into it now. Hopefully it's not too late with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third quarter.
Jordan Wallace taking this rushing game into his own hands today. Fakes the handoff, but did not read the defense well like he thought he was going to.
Absolutely correct, Nick. He should have handed that ball. Look, Kier has that open lane. You've got to read that defensive end. If he crashes in on you, you pull the ball. If he crashes down, you hand it off. And right there, that was just a bad read on Wallace.
Absolutely. That O-line had the block for Kier. I'm thinking that the O-line thought that Kier was going to get the ball that play, and just Wallace decided otherwise.
Nice yardage there for Mickey Kier. Bring up 3rd and 5. They're just laying there beside each other together.
Mickey Kier very slow to get up there, and hopefully he is not out of this game. It seems like he will not be in on this drive. With him being such a staple of the Florida offense, how do you think that's going to affect their game today?
Well, it's just going to pull out the factor of the rushing game. If you take out the number one running back on your team, then that really just hurts the look for the run, and that just tells Texas Tech, hey, be prepared, we're going to pass. And almost an interception.
That was DeMarcus Fields' almost 2nd interception of the game, and that was just a bad read by Jordan Wallace to throw that ball there with the receiver fully covered.
And they hand the ball off, which rightfully so.
Damian Pierce loses a yard there. That's Felix Morphus on the tackle. That's his 4th tackle. 2 tackles for loss.
Well, as a coach, would you rather your guys lose 1 yard or lose possession of the ball? And Wallace is not protecting the ball right now. You've got to keep handing that ball off.
It looks like Mickey Kier is back on the field. And it seems like he is doing fine. He will pass a screen over to Mickey Kier. Mickey Kier runs and will get the first down
Get
and
the 10
more.
And tripped up about the 6-yard line.
That's a 19-yard reception there by Mickey Kier. That was a great run by Kier there.
Absolutely. Better play call there by the coach.
Oh, absolutely. Fantastic play call.
That'll get them that much closer to end this game. With a whole quarter left, Florida's not out of it yet.
No, this is only Florida's second time in the red zone this game. Let's hope they can walk away with a score.
Kier, and he gets in for a touchdown.
Into the goal line. A 5-yard rushing touchdown there by Mickey Kier to make this potentially 14-20 a 1-goal game.
Absolutely. If Florida can get the ball back and score one more time, that'll put them up on Texas Tech. 48 seconds left in the third. Have plenty of time to do it.
Florida's not out of this game yet, guys.
Back to kickoff. They'll kick it deep. And he'll just kneel it.
I really expect Texas Tech to come out here and do better on offense than they did last drive. Just got shut down by this Florida defense last time out.
With it being a one-score game, Texas Tech really cannot sit and be content anymore. They've got to make a play. Oh, and Burdine is
sacked by his own teammate there, it feels like.
Yeah, it seems like he was pushed into the back of his own mate there and just loses a few yards. You see,
bro, that's not what you can do. That's not what you need to do. But this will now make it 2nd and 13.
Well, I'll tell you, as Florida, they'll take it however they can get it.
Absolutely, that only helps that much more. Max Burdine drops back here, throws over to the right, gets just a few yards. And he's down. There's Travis Cooter on the play. 3-yard reception, bring up 3rd and 9.
I think that was the first bad throw that Burdine has made all game. That was just not a good receiver to throw that to.
Well, a bad throw or not, it still gained yards, which is always a positive.
Absolutely, and a great pass there to T.J. Vasher. That's the first time we've seen his name this game.
Well, Burdine has been targeting, his top 2 receivers all game, and it's been working for him. He hasn't had to throw to these other receivers to get those yards.
And that is the end of the third quarter. It's going to be Texas Tech 20, Florida 14. Now, Bird, what do you think Florida needs to do to get back in this game and potentially win?
I think they need a stop here. They need to get the defense on track, and they need to get this offense and Jordan Wallace thinking right and to not throw another interception.
Oh, absolutely. Rated #1 overall coming into this season. Lost last week in an upset to Mississippi State by 1 point, and it's not looking good for them today.
Max Burdine with some good yards there, bring it up to 2nd and 2. Yeah, I feel Florida has just not held up to what they were put to, with #1 and then not winning against State and then losing here to Texas Tech. It's not looking good for them.
Reverend Trevor there with another great run. He has just been fantastic these past couple weeks.
Burdine under center, takes a snap, hands off to his running back who gets... Oh, he's breaking tackles. He's still going. He gets 6 yards on that.
Absolutely, and fights for it at that.
He's a little shaken up on the play. Shouldn't affect him too much. Burdine in shotgun. Drops back to pass. Pass is complete for the first down.
I think that's T.J. Vasher again. Yeah, it is for 6 yards. Max Burdine 20 for 22, 219 yards and a touchdown.
He's pushing for candidate of Player of the Week this week. He didn't get it last week. He's really pushing for it this week.
Absolutely. That's Emmett Herford on the catch. Bring up 2nd and 4 again.
Got 3 wide on this left side. Let's see what Burdine's going to do. Takes the handoff, throws, completed across the middle, and thrown into the air is McLean Mannix.
He is absolutely windmilled there. Never seen such a hit. I doubt he's back in this game.
Well, he popped right up. The hits that look like they hurt the worst, usually you can't really feel them until the next day.
Running out the time here.
3 wide again. And honestly, it looks like they're going to have a receiver open quick on that right side.
Snaps on 2.
And Burdine
Goes
just
out left.
not looking on that side, but it is a screen, and it will get them a first down.
First and goal. If you're the Florida Gators right now with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left, time is rolling, and you're down 6 points, you've got to get a stop right here.
Absolutely. And Texas Tech just running this clock out, trying to get this victory.
If Texas Tech scores a touchdown right here, I feel like that might put the game away and not give Florida enough time to go down the field, score, get the ball back, and score again.
Oh, I completely agree with you. If they score right here, might as well load the buses and head home. And he is crushed. The ball is on the ground. It's fumbled, but
It looks like Texas Tech recovered that ball, and they did, and now they are on the 10-yard line, 2nd and goal. Max Burdine there just not able to hold on to that ball through that hit.
they hand the ball off.
Raymond Schroeder there, and they will score.
A 10-yard touchdown run by Raymond Schroeder.
Breaks a tackle there about the 5-yard line that could have kept him from the goal, and that's those missed tackles once again.
It's really starting to look like Florida was overrated at the beginning of the season. They go for 2, and they are stuffed at the line.
Max Burdine, really, I think that was just him being a cocky son of a bitch and wanting to run that score up.
Absolutely. Wanting to showboat a little bit there, just like Max Burdine. Just like him. That's what he does. And you can't hate him for it. He's good, and he likes to show it.
He kind of reminds me of a modern-day Johnny Manziel.
Except 1,000 times better, you might say. You know, Johnny Manziel, he was all right during his college days, but fell out quick going into the pros.
I think the only thing that has Max being better than Johnny Manziel there is just his size. Honestly. Johnny Manziel, being about, 5'7", 5'8", and then Max Burdine.
Sir, you need to fact check yourself.
Max Burdine being 6'5".
So we're no longer listening to you. That was awful. Trevor Grimes with the 13-yard reception.
I think you need to learn how to read there, Papa.
At least I didn't say Johnny Manziel was 5'7". I'm taller than 5'7". Pee-wee is freaking 5'7".
Enoch McLaren, 7-yard reception, bring up 2nd and 3rd.
Dumb. Back to it. 13 of 18, 143 yards, but the 2 interceptions. That's what made this game turn out so differently.
He catches that there. What an excellent pass by Jordan Wallace right at the goal line. He drags his toes there. That's Kadarius Toney on the completion.
Oh, yeah, that was good awareness in the pocket to learn to step up whenever he felt the pressure. He just stepped up, made an accurate throw to his receiver, and let him do his job.
Absolutely. They have a chance to score here, make the game a little bit less, but I don't see him coming back and winning it.
And another interception.
What bad vision from Jordan Wallace today. That's his 3rd interception on the day. And his 5th in 2 weeks.
That is absolutely going to secure the game there for Texas Tech.
If you're Florida, you got to be thinking about bringing in your backup.
Well, yes, that's got to be on your mind right now. But you've got to remember, this is a freshman quarterback. He has been playing in a high school, so going from high school to SEC ball is 2 completely different animals.
And honestly, barely played in high school at that.
Yeah, he was the backup all the way up till his senior year, and then started his last few games there. but absolutely blew it up, and Florida picked him up there and was supposed to be really, really good, but not doing too much here. Texas Tech with the run there.
Definitely wasn't as good as Max Burdine in high school. Getting his high school team to 4 state championships starting all 4 years of his high school career. And I think it's just proven out here on the field today.
Absolutely, and winning all 4 at that. Raymond Schroeder on the carry there just gets 1 yard. 1 minute, 13 seconds left. Florida with no timeouts left. Raymond Schroeder gets it once again.
And honestly, I'm surprised that Max Burdine is just running this clock down. I expected him to go full-fledged down the field and try to run the score up even more.
Well, it's absolutely not over yet. With 1 minute left, 3rd and 7, I imagine he'll go for this first down.
Burdine in the backfield. They're really milking that clock. I don't see them taking a snap until about 2 seconds.
I think you're right there, Big Papa. About 40 seconds left in the game. This will probably be the last play.
He takes a snap. He drops back to pass. Passes across the middle.
Does
gets
get
the first down. And I believe that is going to do it for the game. 26-14, Texas Tech over the Florida Gators.
Absolutely terrible for the Gators, losing 2 weeks in a row, now being 0-2. Texas Tech being 2-0. What do you expect from this Florida team going forward?
Well, I'll tell you, they've got to reevaluate themselves. Maybe some different defensive packages. Maybe try to reboot your offense in a way to really give the ball to Mickey Kerr, because he is their workhorse as of right now. With Wallace being too unsure in the pocket, 3 interceptions today. 5 in 2 weeks is unacceptable. He's really going to have to start studying film and really work that stress out of him.
And speaking about interceptions, DeMarcus Fields being the player of the game there with 6 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 2 interceptions. Definitely worked for it today.
Absolutely, and you don't see defensive players getting it too often, but he definitely did. But anyway, Texas Tech 26, Florida 14. We'll see y'all next week.